8U coaches, hope all is well. I just wanted to go over the 8U select practice from the other night. Just so you know, myself with the coaching committee, we're going to be evaluating practices January, February, and March for select and travel teams. And then going over those, at least I'll be doing video tutorials with all of the practices that I evaluate. I'm trying to do at least one for each team. So you'll get some feedback at the end of the year just on practices and maybe what we can tweak in the future. I thought the practice, it was Wednesday the 13th. I thought it was a great practice. I thought that all the players were moving. They had fun. You guys were safe. There was 10 coaches on the ice. We did skating skills. We had goalie skills. I was proud to say that that our 8U teams were getting that inside of their practice. So just from watching from the restaurant, I thought overall it was I'd give you guys an A on that practice plan. A couple tweaks I would say would be let's make sure the goalies get the skating skills at the beginning of practice. And I know last night may have been the first time we had a goalie coach and John out there at the same time. So, it is what it is, but let's try to ensure that our goalies are receiving skating skills. And then after John is done, or whoever the skating coach is at night, when they're done in that first 20 minutes or so, then the goalies can split off and work with the goalie coach or get shots in some of the stations. The other tweak I would suggest is let's make sure we have a practice plan, and let's make sure that that practice plan is consistent with all three teams, right? The goal is we don't want to really tweak our practice plans at 8U based on what each team needs. We want the process to be the same for that whole group of kids and make sure that they get the same development. Now, I would like to put Nicole in charge of that as the 8U coordinator and coaching the top team there at 8U. So what I can say is if Nicole puts a practice plan together, and you may need to tweak some of those drills for the other teams because maybe those players can't execute those same drills at the pace that maybe her team can. But with that said, I think that we all need to be on the same page, and every kid at 8U needs to get the same development. Like we shouldn't, like I saw last night, the middle group did some shooting, and so there were different skills for all the different kids, and we want to ensure that we're developing them as a whole and not doing what each team or what we think each team needs improvement on. There should be very little time for that, maybe at the end of a practice, but our focus is to make sure that all these kids are better athletes and we're moving on the ice. I saw the middle group, I thought there was a little bit too much maybe standing around with some of the shooting stuff. I know with Ron teaching shooting, I try to keep the kids moving as much as possible on the ice. And overall, like I said, it was a great practice. I thought the kids were competing too, and that's something it's a skill to teach kids how to compete and make sure they win puck races. The last tweak that I saw in the middle group as well, when we're doing puck races, I saw that the kid there was two cones and the kids. I'll just draw it up here so we can see it. You can see my board here. So I've got my numbers from the spaceman. But if we're doing a drill, here where we've got a cone and a cone, and there was a coach here, and the kid started down here, and the coach chipped the puck in here, and the kids were kind of racing this way. I would just I prefer if we do a drill like a racing drill or a compete drill that they're sprinting to the puck right away. So they're maybe starting up here if you did that next time, and then spotting the puck, and now they're racing against each other where they're going to have a little bit of contact, and we can teach them, how to win the lane They don't necessarily have to be faster than the other player, but maybe they can cut in front of that other player as they get to the puck to cut them off, rather than chipping the puck here and then having them skate up here. It's a little, it's not as realistic of what they would experience in a game. But I still like the idea of the kids competing, and there should be a battle element in every single practice, especially with these kids. We wanted to make sure they're having fun on the ice. But like overall, great job. Just let's make sure we have the same practice plan for all the coaches, and if there is a week where you do want to do skills specific to your team, then make sure you have a practice plan for that. But from here forward, let's have Nicole put together the plan, distribute it to the other coaches on the ice. They're going to execute the same skills, but they can tweak those skills based on the kids that they have. That way, all the kids at AU are getting the same development, and it's okay if we have coaches, that are working with all the teams as well. I think that's important that the kids know all the coaches, and we're not just only working with our teams. But overall, great work. Thank you all for your help. I know that group is can be tough with the little guys, but and girls, but they did a great. You all did a great job of that practice, and hopefully we can keep moving forward. Thank you.